Hi, I'm Michael Reed Gock, and thanks for joining me in this third and final video. Before we launch the most comprehensive acupressure self-care training program ever created, I'm excited because it can help you with so many health conditions. It's simple and anyone can learn. I'll take you step by step through everything you need to know to guide you on your healing journey. I want to share with you some of the most important information I teach. And this video focuses on how to use acupressure to relieve your own pain. I believe that this is the most important video in this whole series. Before Western medicine and before drugs, just think of it. Our entire human race had no other options than natural healing methods. 4,000 years ago, in China, they discovered and developed ways to relieve pain that were safe and effective. I want you to take these same hands-on healing skills and use them to see for yourself why acupressure has stood the test of time. Once you try just 1 or 2 points and get relief, you'll want to learn all the major points. Out of the 365 traditional points, there's over 100 potent points. So you don't have to learn them all. Multiply that by the number of effective natural ways to stimulate these points, and you can see why acupressure is such an exciting method for opening your body's healing energy. Let's start. There are many different types of pain. What I love about acupressure is how it releases not only physical pain, but also touches the emotional, mental, and spiritual aspects that can be far, far deeper. The body's like a biocomputer. It stores information. Traumatic experiences or emotional wounds, that gets stored within the muscles and tissues and then often manifests as physical pain. So as you use acupressure to unblock the source of the pain, traumatic experiences and emotional stress surface. Tears can shed what the body has been storing for years. Acupressure gets to the root of the imbalance. I've seen this time and time again. It's miraculous. I wish psychotherapy and acupressure could go hand in hand, because acupressure is amazing for emotional healing. I once gave acupressure to a mid-aged woman who told me that after holding the back of her neck, because I gave her a treatment before, her thyroid gland balanced and stayed that way for several weeks. Well, as I held her neck points and I asked her to breathe deeply, slowly and deeply, she began to cry. I mean, really cry. It was as if acupressure points were pulling out some deep pain inside her body. Her entire throat was blocked, intensely constricted. I asked her to breathe into it, and as I held points and staying present, tears streamed out. When she was 5 years old, her mom and dad fought, yelled violently, and eventually separated, which broke her heart. Her grandmother took care of her, but told her that she couldn't even cry because she was a big girl. Ever since then, she suppressed her emotions, and she's had thyroid problems ever since. If you or someone you know has ever suffered from emotional repression, trauma, abuse, or from a depression, you know these are some of the most debilitating forms of pain. They can leave you lifeless, suffocated, sluggish, without any energy, and unable to act. I'm describing depression. For example, when you're depressed, your energy isn't flowing. It's stagnant, and your breath is often shallow. I bet you anything, the next time you are depressed, check out your breathing and it will be shallow, which depresses your entire system. How can you break this cycle and let it go? Now, I want to bring up my friend Ari to help me show you a point that can do just that. Ari, I'm glad you're here so I can show you. So first of all, the first point is in the back, right in the center of your skull. And to find it, bring your fingers, and everybody do this with me. Feel the back of your head, and right in the center of the back of your head is a big bump. Now go below that, and you'll find, oh, there's a dip. Right where the center of your skull ends, and below that is this huge dip. You'll be able to feel it better when you tilt your head back. Now this is GV16, and it's an acupressure point that I call the medulla point. It's fantastic for relaxing the nervous system, and it's also good for releasing pain in your neck. Neck pain, neck stiffness, headaches. This is a great point to know. Now, this point is also level, try this, with the bottom of your ears. So take both of your fingers and go not on your earlobe, but below your earlobe, and go make a line straight across. And see if that gets you right about to the same hollow. It does, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. So now tilt your head back, and that hollow opens up. You want to press, whether you're using your thumb or your middle finger, slowly into that hollow spot, and then angle the pressure slowly upward so that you're aiming right to the center of your brain. Now I'd like to show you another point right in between your eyebrows. So now close your eyes and just center yourself. So turn your head so you're just all completely centered. Good. And this point in between the eyebrows is where the bridge of your nose meets your forehead. And it's often called the third eye point. And it's meant to be held very lightly. So try this on yourself. Just lightly touch this point. Yeah, use these fingers. It doesn't matter whether you use, but I think that everybody's going to be able to see the point a little better if you use that hand. So take some nice, slow, deep breaths. And I'm noticing that you're using the tip of your fingertip, which anatomically is more sharp, and there's more healing energy in the pad. So just lightly touch right there. That's great. And inhale deeply as you continue to lightly touch the point, placing your attention right where you're touching. And that brings out the endorphins. It's the combination of breathing deeply, the light touch, and focusing on right where you're touching that enables the pituitary gland to secrete and the endorphins to flow, to mediate, to release pain in your body. This is such a great thing to know, for everybody to know. Children, adults, seniors, elderly people, everybody should know this because it's really a lifesaver. Now, since I showed you both of these points, you can do them individually and on their own by themselves, like you could be in bed or you could be at a table and let your head just come down and just hold this point. But right now I'm going to show you the power of combining these 2 points. So take your thumb and place it on the medulla point in the back. And inhale deeply as you slowly tilt your head back. And exhale as your head slowly comes forward. Good. And do it with us. Breathing in as your head slowly comes up. Feel your breath, the fullness of your breath. And exhale as you relax your head a little bit downward. It's just a few inches coming upward and just a few inches going downward. It's with your breath at your own pace. And what I do this for a couple of minutes, and then let your hands relax down into your lap. Maybe shake your shoulders out just to relax your shoulders. Yeah, and take some slow, deep breaths to discover the benefits. And if you were to do this in bed, lying down, it would be easy. Or if you do it sitting in a chair with your spine straight, you'll always probably end with a few minutes of just meditating, of centering yourself with long, deep breaths like you're doing right now, so that you can really gain the full benefits of these two pain-relieving points. You may wonder how much pressure you should use when you press a point. The secret is to know the art of applying pressure gradually. That's the key word. When people who don't know acupressure, they go and bam into the point and it hurts like hell. And that's not the art of acupressure. There's actually 3 levels of pressure to use on yourself: light, medium, and deep. Start with light pressure for a minute, and then slowly apply medium pressure for another minute, and finally deep pressure for a minute. This simple technique awakens the healing energy flow within the body. A lot of people don't know this, even though they say that they know acupressure. We'll explore these 3 levels a lot more in detail in this self-acupressure program. In these 3 intro videos, we have literally touched only the surface of what's possible. Whether you're a body worker, a parent, caregiver, or you simply want to have natural ways to take care of yourself and others, acupressure offers you an incredible healing path. And once you've learned it, it's yours forever. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to everyone who's watched these 3 videos. Thank you so much, not only for tuning in, but sticking in there. I love to teach and empower people to learn hands-on healing skills because acupressure offers so much healing information, especially the gift of how to make these self-care techniques useful and practical. This video covered just a small sample of the 100 conditions I'll cover in the upcoming self-care series. Please stay tuned for the next email when we open up an online acupressure self-care solution training for just a limited amount of time. It's the most comprehensive acupressure self-care system ever developed. This upcoming program is an A to Z self-care guide. So no matter what your complaint is, not only now, but in a month or in a year, you'll be able to nip it in the bud. Or if you have a family friend, or you'll be able to show them how they can help themselves. You'll get 1 video for each ailment. You'll also learn point combos and techniques. It's very hands-on, step-by-step, how to give yourself a complete self-acupressure treatment. Please share this with 5 people who may find it useful. In the comments, I'd appreciate it if you'd tell me the #1 ailment that you'd like to handle in your body. And please be specific. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the coming program.